Egypt's population is exploding, and its real estate footprint is racing to keep up. Millions are migrating and looking for places to live. High-end megaprojects are dominating the skyline, pouring billions into new commercial and residential hubs. This aggressive expansion is happening coast to coast, with massive new cities rising from the ground up. But underneath that modern skyline, the actual daily business of buying, renting, and fixing property remains highly analog, congested, and incredibly difficult to navigate. Looking at this data, you see the scale of the disconnect. Out of a population of 105 million, This layout illustrates the 4 distinct pillars you'd operate within. It connects property listings, local maintenance services, construction material supply chains, and asset management, all orbiting a single digital core. If you want in, you face an immediate decision. Kemedar offers 3 different paths to become a partner, and choosing the right one is mandatory. The most common mistake applicants make is applying for a territory based on their future ambitions, completely ignoring what their infrastructure can actually handle today. As this side-by-side comparison shows, each model requires entirely different capabilities. Joining this ecosystem requires a brutally honest assessment of your current business. Misjudge your capacity here, and you will lose both your investment and your territory. Let's start with the top tier, the branch model. This is built specifically for institutional investors who already have large liquid capital and a pre-existing corporate team ready to deploy. This diagram outlines the branch's footprint. You manage an entire governorate, overseeing developers, properties, services, and sub-franchises. The upside? Regional exclusivity and revenue from over 30 income streams across the property lifecycle. But the trade-off is severe. You are taking on the crushing operational burden of running a fully fledged corporate subsidiary. This role demands constant management of regional logistics, support, and compliance. Capital alone will not save a failing branch. If your underlying infrastructure cannot successfully service the assigned governorate, Kemedar will simply revoke the contract. If you don't have corporate-level capital, but you do have deep, established roots in your local community, you look at the franchise model. This is for the independent brokers. This graphic shows how the franchise operates locally. Your territory is tightly restricted to specific neighborhoods. You are the sole node connecting local buyers, owners, and service providers. You weaponize corporate-level technology to dominate your turf without massive upfront costs. The trade-off for this lower barrier to entry is a hard geographic ceiling. Because your borders are locked, your financial growth can only come from upselling more services to your existing local clients, not expanding. The franchise model turns your hyper-local knowledge into a hard asset. It proves that a single, deeply connected broker can easily outperform a distant corporate agency inside a specific micromarket. The third path is the specialist partner. This is entirely separate from real estate brokerage. It is strictly meant for established maintenance, construction, or materials companies that already have a proven track record. As this schematic illustrates, specialists have 0 geographic borders. Instead of owning a map, you plug your service directly into Kemedar's national infrastructure. The benefit is a frictionless, automated pipeline. Leads and work orders funnel directly to you, requiring 0 marketing spend. But the cost of that pipeline is your autonomy. You surrender your independent brand identity and must conform strictly to Kemedar's ruthless quality rating algorithms. You trade your operational independence for a guaranteed volume of work, and that volume only continues if you maintain flawless performance scores inside the app. Regardless of which of the 3 paths you take, your operation will be bound together by Kemedar's proprietary AI system, ThinkDar. This layout shows ThinkDar's scale. It features 23 dedicated modules built specifically for real estate, handling automated property valuation and market intelligence. By learning your territory, this AI replaces manual administrative workload with immediate, hyper-localized insights. But this extreme efficiency comes with a clear trade-off. This deep operational integration creates a high degree of technological dependency. Your competitive edge in the market becomes tethered to their software. If you ever decide to leave the Kemedar ecosystem, you leave your operational brain behind. With the operational realities clear, we have to look at how Kemedar actually evaluates and prices these exclusive territories. I can tell you right now, it is not a blind auction where the highest bidder wins. This chart shows the exact mathematics behind the pricing. Kemedar calculates a region's monetary value based on 6 specific data points, including total property inventory, the volume of local transactions, and the number of new projects in the area. Because this pricing logic is entirely transparent and data-driven, it forces you to perform a realistic ROI calculation on your chosen territory before you sign a single document. And as shown in these contract terms, there is a built-in safety net. The agreement lasts for 1 year, but it includes a refundable 3-month deposit. If the territory genuinely proves unprofitable in that first year, your deposit is returned. This financial structure deliberately lowers the initial barrier to entry while placing relentless, ongoing pressure on you to actually perform in your territory or step aside for someone who will. So how do you choose? It comes down to identifying your single strongest operational asset today. If your primary asset is high liquid capital and you already have an existing corporate team, you take the branch model for maximum market capture. If your primary asset is a strong local network and deep neighborhood relationships, you take the franchise model to achieve localized dominance. And if your primary asset is an established contracting or supply company, you take the specialist model to tap into an automated lead generation engine. But if you are a passive investor, or you are just looking for a quick, hands-off tech flip, you should walk away from all 3 models immediately. Kemedar's ecosystem is entirely unforgiving to unchecked ambition, but it is highly rewarding for those who accurately match their partnership tier to their genuine operational reality today.